30 seconds. Otherwise, I can hold it over.
Yeah, that's usually what I gotta do. I can't do anything up west anymore. It's terrible. I mean.
You think you
anymore,
can, but you
but
can't.
like, even using a screwdriver, I can't ever
Oh, really?
get on the screw. Especially if you got, dim light or something like that.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Oh, gosh, can't wait.
All right, we'll call this Board of Adjustment public hearing from November 16th, 2022 to order. We'll begin by introducing ourselves. My name is Greg Cargus from the town of Oshkosh.
Tom Tuschel, Tom Amro.
Sue Drexler, Tom Riddle.
Tom Verstegen and Tom Blackwell.
And Daniel Lefebvre, Code Enforcement Officer with Winnebago County.
A decision will not be made this evening. It will be made on Thursday, December 1st. You can call the zoning office after 9 o'clock to find out the results of your request. Prior to giving, I'm sorry, if you're not, if you are dissatisfied with that request or with our decision, there is an appeal process. Daniel, read that, please.
The appeals process is as follows. 1, an aggrieved person may appeal a final decision made by the Board of Adjustment by filing an appeal with the Court of Competent Jurisdiction within 30 days of the final decision, which is December 1st.
Right, anyone wishing to give testimony this evening will be required to be sworn in prior to giving testimony. The only one I have this evening is at 7826 Hazy Road in the town of Wolf River, and I'll have the legal description read.
Legal description being all of lot 1 of CSM 7388, located in the northeast quarter of the northeast corner and covering lots 2 and 7 of section 26, township 20 north, range 14 east, town of Wolf River, Winnebago County, Wisconsin.
Okay, and the applicant is Bruce Quaya.
Well,
Okay, thank you. I assume you'd like to give some testimony this evening. So if you'd please get sworn in by Karen.
Right, you saw this, right? Statements you're about to give will be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
yes.
State your name and address.
Bruce Arquala, 7826 House Road, Morrison, Wisconsin.
Okay, tell us what you are proposing to do there, please.
Just putting to the north of my house, the existing home, it's just an extension onto my garage, adding an extra stall. Same depth as the house, just 20 feet out to the north.
So it'd be 28 feet deep by 20 feet wide, correct?
Right.
What's the current garage? All the things. 24 by 28.
The lower level is 2/3 garage and a third utility mechanical, so the garage itself is actually 26 by 28.
In your request, it's stated that you had purchased a lot to the north in 2006. Is that correct? I would assume you did that for the purpose of possibly
I
adding.
wouldn't be here for, I couldn't know in the future what was gonna happen, because I had to work with what I had when I built the house.
Right.
And a couple of years later, the guy that owned a lot to the north of me passed away unexpectedly, and I bought that lot.
Oh,
When I retired, this was what I was gonna do. I'm retired now, and here I am.
and that when you purchased that lot, the boathouse was on that lot already, correct? And you're not gonna have any living space or like that above the proposed garage? It'll just be garage.
Yep, just a garage, just one story.
You mentioned that part of your garage is for utility, based on the basement, so you have the furnace and
It's
what?
two-story, the lower level is garage and mechanical utility, and the upper level is living quarters.
So how much actual garage space for vehicles do you have?
26 by 28.
So that's big enough to hold at least 2 vehicles.
Whether you thinking of putting in the new structure?
There'll be another garage stall, but it's gonna be a workshop. My hobbies and interests It used to be part-time, but I don't have full-time jobs.
Is there a reason why that workshop couldn't fit into the shed across the road from you?
There's no way to make that year-round heated structure. Those are two extremely old buildings that would need a lot of upgrade, and pretty much because we're constructed right on the water. There's much I can do. Other than tear it down completely, and I guess that's according to the rules, I can't do that, so.
What do you feel the hardship is here that you have?
Just the setback from the water, the whole point of me buying that. When I bought that lot, when I came down here and checked, we were talking about impervious surface.
Mhm.
And that's what limited when I originally built. And now I've got more than double my square footage. And I'm not going anywhere near, the distance from the water isn't changing. The building is going to the north, which goes into this empty lot. So.
Any other questions?
I guess I do have one question, but it's more for staff than Mr. Quella. Impervious surface is calculated on the basis of the entire existing lot is drawn. So it goes way out into the water.
The terrestrial land,
Oh, so only the,
only the land mass.
okay, thank you. Thank you.
Any staff report there? Dan?
We didn't receive anything from the town as of yet. We did from the Wisconsin DNR. They gave us our normal response and then some. I don't know if you'd like me to pass this around to you or you'd like me to read it in. It's really up to you guys. It's pretty wordy. Essentially, it just covers all three criteria and then kind of the DNR's bird's eye perspective of this, as well as just stating that it needs to meet all three criteria.
Can we get a copy of that in the staff summary?
I can do that for the full staff report.
That's it for any
That
correspondence.
is it for any correspondence.
Are there any other questions?
And move to adjourn.
No motion made to adjourn. Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Motion made second to adjourn. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
Appreciate it.